Welcome to today's episode of The Growth Zone. I am Christian Bartsch. What is the core benefit of listening to this show? Business leaders in corporate and privately held companies gain insights into trends and strategies that provide them with a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Each episode focuses on areas such as marketing, sales, innovation, or funding that is absolutely critical to the growth of companies, whether they are startups or corporate global players. Where management needs to juggle the challenges of market entries or knowing how to navigate the uncertainty of disruptive developments, mind feeding is where clarity evolves and helps solving organizational challenges. For those who listen to the entire episode, I have a special surprise gift. I'm also working on some great guests that are industry leaders in management, innovation, and marketing. And we will be talking in the future much more about the important trends that are affecting the way we manage our companies in the demand to being sustainable, more environmentally and socially friendly, and becoming more empathic leaders. So, let's get started on today's topic. In this episode, we will look at the role of AI in content marketing in 2023. Exactly. This is highly important for you if you are running a website, you're doing search engine optimization for your own for clients, or even for your employer. You want to boost a website, you want to boost an online shop, you have to maybe even boost a government website or anything of that ilk. There's one big problem. There are search engines, and the biggest of all is a pain in the neck if you're trying to rank, because they're constantly changing things and trying to battle as well against those who are cheating the game. Now, let's have a look. What could it be? What does it mean for us? Because the thing is, AI is changing how things are working. And in 2023, you can expect a good 25% that will use AI to help them generate and research topics. Then another maybe 20%, let's say, we will see will using AI to create content. They might use it to write or might to edit, paraphrase, or any kind of things like that. And then maybe 15 to 80% will try to analyze data to create customer profiles and segment customers based on the idea who is most likely someone who buys and who isn't. Now, what else happens? Let's say you've bought a product, then you need support. And that's where AI is supposed to help reduce headcount in support teams. That works to a certain degree, but it's not the perfect solution. And then there's a smaller group who will try to use AI to support quality customers. But we have these things already, a lot in place. There are these so-called chatbots, and there are different kinds of chatbots. Depending on how big your company is, there are enterprise class chatbots, and then there's small chatbots like ManyChat and so on. Good. But what about the other stuff? A very small percentage, maybe 1% or less, might use AI to organize their content. Well, it's mainly because people don't know how much it helps and how to do it. And then there's another aspect that might become interesting, and that is using AI to refresh outdated or old content. And then you can see another maybe 10-15% of people who will simply not use AI or machine learning. And these are things I recently discussed with two different professors from two different universities across Europe who focus on topics around AI, machine learning, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, or cross virtual reality. And it actually quite matches what they see, especially with data analytics and that. Data analytics becoming part as well of marketing, how ads are run, how engines are working, search engines, and so on. We're going to see much more AI, but not in a way that we would expect. There are new things coming out. Mostly, of course, you see quite a lot of development in China and in North America because their research money is there. Europe, a little bit slower behind certain trends because the funding is a difficult topic. It's not as easy as in North America. Of course, North America isn't easy, but compared to what you can get there in Europe, it's a very big difference. And that's why you see the valuations. Once a startup in Europe jumps over to USA and moves, the valuation goes up 10 times or even more, simply because of the capabilities, the possibilities of the American financial venture capital market. Well, what could be the trends? Well, AI does have the capability to be disruptive. It creates innovations, but it can be as well a pain in the neck if things go wrong. If we get data analysis the wrong results, if keyword research leads to garbage, or if generated content is just simply a violation of intellectual property rights. Think of it. What would it be? Now, that's one of the key things. You have to really think, how is it going to affect? And AI will affect, but it's the way we approach it, how we use it. Either we manipulate, we misuse it, we cheat and do other insane stuff with it, or we use it to help us really to provide even better content that is more relevant than that. Now consider, what path do you want to go? How are you going to use it? I'd definitely be interested if you go and post what your thoughts are, where you want to focus on that. If you go on Twitter, you can find me under CAPBARTSCH. That's my Twitter handle. Go and connect with me and follow me. And if you can, hey, let me know what you think is going to be the key focus for content marketing in regards to AI, because I'd be really interested. Everybody has a different perspective. Let's have that conversation in a positive manner. So I hope I gave you a few little insights, and enjoy what's coming next. And what's more exciting even now for our show as well is that we are available on even more platforms. We've just added as well Ghana. Ghana.com is a platform for the Indian region, and there we are already as well growing our community of Indian listeners, which is fantastic. We are as well available on iTunes, on platforms like Spotify, on other places as well. For instance, SoundCloud and all these many different other places. Google Podcasts, of course, anyway. And that's a great thing. And we are going to be soon as well, not only available over Amazon's Alexa or Amazon's podcast platform. We'll have as well other platforms that we're currently being added to, which is really, really exciting, and adding as well more reach. But it's great to see that we have listeners in USA, in Canada is as well growing. We've got an exciting community in Ireland. Yes, they are obviously enjoying listening. We have a great amount of growing community, and as well our friends in France, in Paris, and in all the other areas of France. It's really great, and it reminds me all the time of the times when I used to drive through France to Calais or towards Boulogne-sur-Mer and all these different places. I crossed always through France, whether it was by car or when I, for instance, took the TGV to Paris. A great experience. And the nice thing about it is we are getting listeners as well from other areas. We've got people in Nigeria, in Ghana, in South Africa who are listening as well and enjoying the content and as well the interviews that I am getting on the show. It's, of course, sometimes quite a challenge to find people who have the right value and have interesting content as well for you guys and ladies. And that's the great challenge. But we are, after a little bit of a break that we recently had, we are adding more new, fresh content for you. I see as well, we have a new community as well in Russia. People in Russia as well listening to our show now, which is great. Because I've got several friends in Russia as well who obviously are enjoying it and telling their friends to go and listening. Friends as well in Bulgaria. Bulgaria, we're growing as well. It's really nice. Hungary even. Hungary and Poland, Warsaw, for instance. I see quite a lot of people now gradually as well growing to our audience. And that adds as well other places. In Asia, we're really great in Malaysia, in the Philippines. That's some place where we are adding more and more people. And even in remote areas like Australia and New Zealand, which is a great place because in Australia I did one of my business studies at Monash University where I studied as well business and commerce. And some of my business knowledge as well comes from applying that knowledge that I learned at university in a business context, which of course means we have to adapt the academic knowledge to make it fit to the real business world of an entrepreneur, which is sometimes quite a challenge. Nevertheless, that's a great thing that we can do. And talking of that, oh yes, there are so many great things that we can talk about. Nevertheless, I'm really interested to find out as well what you would like us to focus on. Sometimes you might have listened to different kind of content and have started thinking, well, yeah, but how they haven't really answered this question I've got in my mind about this and this part of this topic that maybe needs to go in a little bit deeper, or an aspect that's just a bit at the side of that. But I would like to know more about that. And it's absolutely awesome if you can provide me with a feedback. You can as well reach me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is CAP Barch. In spelling would be Charlie Alpha Papa Bravo Alpha Romeo Tango Sierra Charlie Hotel. So if you go and look for me on Twitter, you can follow me. You can as well message me. We are as well on Instagram. The Growth Zone podcast is as well there presented. And you can find us as well, of course, on Facebook. The Growth Zone has its own Facebook page. And we have a group as well. If you like, you can, of course, join our group. and exchange ideas or even submit your topics that you might like to listen to or get maybe some answers on. And I'll be quite happy to look into that and provide you some more insights in that area. It was really a great thing to have this conversation today about these important topics, and I'm sure in the future we'll be talking more about that and see how it can be of benefit for your business and how you can apply it as well in your business. Because the key thing is about knowledge, providing here knowledge for you, but you need to be able to apply it in your own business. As I explained as well in many of my podcasts, at the beginning, you need to have the strategy. If you don't have the right strategy in place, you can't really do anything. And often, if that's missing, and if you apply technology to a problem, whether you're trying to solve a technical problem in an organization, when you're trying to solve your marketing problems or your lead generation problems or your sales problems, you're trying to address it with technology alone, it doesn't work. You need the combination. You need a strategy. You need technology to assist you. I'm speaking importantly about assisting, not replacing you, assisting. And that applies whether it's marketing automation, whether it's business processes inside the way you treat clients or how you handle orders, sales, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. It's first strategy, then people, then technology, and then optimizing it so that the client who is giving us feedback helps us actually to improve the entire process and see as well whether we need to adjust our strategy, our technology, our content, all these different things. So, speaking of that, please just go on prmediareach.com and you can send us there as well a message. We have as well the transcripts of this episode there as well a few weeks later usually, and you can read there as well, of course. If you're interested, to just go on prmediareach.com, click at the top on podcasts, and then you can see all the different episodes that we've had, and you can listen to them again if you missed anything or so. You can do it as well on the browser, or you can go directly from there to one of your preferred platforms. Talking of platforms, it would be nice, of course, if you would go to podchaser.com and maybe add a positive review to help us as well get more people interested in the content that we're producing for this podcast. So if that's that for today, then I definitely would say tune in the next time when you have time, or even listen to older episodes that we've have in the past. After this section, I've got a little bit more additional information for you. If you've got time, listen in. It would be great. See you then. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of the Growth Zone show with Christian Bartsch. Thank you for listening. Please leave a review or rating here on iTunes or on podchaser.com. If you found the content helpful, then share it on social media, please. I would like to invite you to follow our show so that you don't miss the upcoming interviews with leaders in the market. Simply visit the website meetchrisbarch.com. I will be adding the link into the description of this episode so that you just need to click on that link. On my website, you will also find the links to free templates. If you're looking for the books I have published on marketing, innovative technology, and sustainable business strategies, just simply click on publication to find my book list. The world is constantly changing in response to trends and events. As a business leader, you need to bypass the sandbanks that can hurt your performance. For those of you who are signing up to follow the show, I have reserved a few copies of my ultimate guide on content marketing and an ESG compliant cheat sheet. This is the strategy that got me top corporate clients like McDonald's, Linde, Hewlett Packard, Deutsche Bank, Volvo, and many others. That strategy has been working for over 10 years and also got me contacts with police, transport authorities, military, and several universities, and even leading research institutes. For sure, it also worked wonders as it got me many small, medium-sized enterprises and international clients around the world. The link to sign up to our free broadcasting service and the guide is at meetchrisbarch.com. That will give you access to the most recent versions of my ultimate guide on content marketing. You can follow me on Twitter by using the Twitter handle capbarch. It's spelled CAPBARTSCH. Yes, that is CAP Barch, or spelled Charlie Alpha Papa Bravo Alpha Romeo Tango Sierra Charlie Hotel.